Hello and welcome to JM Chess, everybody. I have officially hit 1100 ELO, and it is the highest rating I have ever been in rapid chess on chess.com. I'm 1106. I played a couple games this morning, dropped just below 1100 and won, get back up to where I was, 1106. So we're going to go over a couple games that led up to me actually hitting the 1100 ELO mark. If you are new to the channel and you are enjoying the content, go ahead, hit like and subscribe. We're growing pretty quick. Only been doing this for a little over 2 weeks and we're already over 100 subscribers. So I appreciate you guys and let's just get into it. This first game got me to 1083, so I was getting kind of happy. As you see, I only played like an 1150, so I didn't play great, but I didn't play absolutely horrible. I still got the win, and I was winning from the get-go. Well, maybe not from the get-go, but I ended up winning quite handily in this game, so we're going to start it off. I started off e4 because that's the opening that I know most and I play most often. It's very rare you'll see me pull out the queen's pawn or anything like that. I play e4. He goes, what is that, the Sicilian, I think? That's what they call it? I don't remember. But I go here, play book. He's already out of book. He's supposed to bring a knight out and attack this pawn, which he doesn't do. So I go ahead, bring my knight out. It says I should have pushed that pawn, which I have absolutely no idea why it says I should have done that. But he goes bishop there, which is another book move. So apparently we're still in book, but he didn't play the best way to play whatever he's opening. I pull a knight out, just simple development. He pushes a pawn on the outside. He's probably going to try to go there. It says he should just start bringing his knights out and everything like that. So I push the middle because I noticed if he takes, I take, he takes, I'll take, and I will, yeah, it's just even at that point. And I'd be taking his bishop, and he'd only be getting my knight. So he pushes a pawn right there, which it's obviously says it's a mistake, so probably not a good move. Actually, really not a good move. It says he should have taken there anyways. I push, which is a miss. I should have just taken the free pawn, but I didn't really want to uh, get my doubled pawns and everything, but I guess it does open up the queen for some stuff going down there. He plays the best move, attacking my bishop. I move the bishop back to the best square, which, yeah, if I would have moved there, he would have just trapped it, so that's why I did that. He pushes again, says he should have pushed that pawn. Let's see, why is that? Because I can just go attack the queen, but he could have blocked or something, so I'm not too 100% sure on why that happened. So says, yeah, I definitely shouldn't have brought my knight back. I guess I was scared he was going to go here, but I guess I could have gone there afterwards or something else. Definitely shouldn't have undeveloped my knight. That's just basic stuff. I should have brought out my bishop there. He takes. I take back with the queen, eyeing the rook, and he moves the rook instead of just blocking. So I jump my knight in. It says it's a mistake. That's a miss, apparently. He should have gone there. Why? I don't know. But I push a pawn, and I guess it's a mistake because then it just blocks in my knight. Move the queen back, attacking the rook. He completely forgets about it, and I take the rook. He takes there. I take with the knight. He takes with the queen. I take his knight for free. All that fun stuff. It does say I should have went back and probably just tried to trade queens at that point. But it is what it is. I go back. He comes in with his queen. I just jump my knight out and he completely forgets. So I took the queen. I won the game. He resigned. That game got me up to 1083 and yeah, getting close to that 1100 point. So the next game we're going to take a look at is this one. You see there's a big jump in the in my rating just from one game to the next. That's because in between these two games that I played, I got a notification from chess.com that one of my recent opponents got banned for cheating. So, you know how that goes. They give you rating points for that because you could have won maybe if they weren't cheating. I need to go find that game to see what actually happened in it. But in this game, to get me up to 1098, which at the time was my all-time high, uh, my all-time high before this was like 1096 or something like that. So this game got me up to my all-time high. I played, if you look over here, like at 1850, played at 94%. So this was a really, really good game actually by me. So we are going to start the review. He goes e4, I go e5. He puts his knight there, I put my knight. We just get out in the four knights thing. He brings out his bishop. This is all just book stuff at this point. Same thing. What do they call it? Symmetrical. He plays book move. So best move would have been pawn to kind of build up this pawn chain, I'm guessing, protect the bishop. But I decided to castle, so not too big of a deal. He pushes his pawn, I push my pawn. He pins my knight, I kick it out, he takes, I take, and then what does he do again? Okay, so he pushes a random pawn on the side of the board, probably trying to attack my bishop, but it says his best move would have been to come in and attack the queen, which makes sense. I put my bishop here because I wanted to open up this rook. It says it's a inaccuracy, so it's not absolutely horrible move, but it's inaccurate. I should have just brought my knight back for absolutely whatever reason. I would have never done that in a million years in this position, but it is what it is. I brought the bishop out, hoping he would take and open up the battery, which he did. So I was happy. My plan was working at this point. So everything is working to my advantage in my mind at this point. So he pushes a pawn down, trying to obviously get my bishop. I move it out of the way. It says this would have been better. Oh yeah, because if he takes, I take. I hit his other knight, and I got this whole battery going on. He really can't move that rook at all. But he moves his knight over, attacks my bishop, which is the best move, because if I go there, he takes with the pawn. Anywhere else I go, just gets taken, I guess. It actually says that it was fine to leave that there, because if he takes, I can open up my rook. But what happens is he takes, and apparently that is a huge blunder. And I think it's because I can take with the bishop, and now I got three things pointing at that pawn right there. So that is exactly what happens, and I'm hitting that rook. He pushes the pawn to stop me from hitting the rook. I forget if I just go there or what happens. Yeah, I do. The only problem with that, it says it's the best move. The only problem with that is now this bishop is kind of like stuck there. So I push my rook up so I could try to triple. It says that's the better move because it moves the queen from the pin. So, and it still hits that same square. So that makes sense. He moves queen here, which is an inaccuracy. Wants him to go there. Not quite sure why. Oh yeah, because it stops that move. That would make sense. I triple, so I've got a lot of good stuff going on. He moves his rook right here so he can try to take. But then I go there, I believe. Yep, I do go there, so I finally find that move. So if he takes, now I can just win it with a rook instead of having to take with the queen. Yep, that's an inaccuracy and just a total mess up because I can just take. That pawn is pinned, which is what I do. He takes a rook, I take back. He goes there and blunders checkmate in one. So that game got me up to 1098. I'm one game away from hitting 1100, which is obviously the goal. Obviously, you want to go from 9 to 1000 to 1100, 1200 to 1300. When I started this YouTube channel, I wasn't even at 1000 yet, and that was not even 3 weeks ago. So progress is being made. I'm going to show you the game now that got me to 1100, and I believe it's this one right here. Yep, this game is the game that got me to 1106. I played like a 1350, so nothing too crazy. 75 percentage, not 11 best moves, 2 excellent moves, 6 good moves, 3 book, 3 inaccuracy, 2 mistake, and 3 misses. I believe I missed checkmate and won a couple times in this game. Is what it is. So we're going to start the review. He goes e4. I actually play the Karo Khan in this. He goes there. Oh, my mouse died. Hold on one second. All right. So I had to plug in my mouse. That's okay. Oh, let's go back. Oh no, I lost the game. Okay, found it. So I play the Karo Khan. He pulls his knight out. I go pawn there. I'm playing everything by the book, apparently. So he pushes. So it wants me to actually jump into the middle and kind of force this trade up because I'll be hitting his knight afterwards. And yeah, so I'm still learning the Caro-Kann. It's one that I've been trying to learn off Gotham Chess's website. I learned it a while ago, but obviously you see I still need to learn some of the lines and everything like that. So go next. He pushes the pawn, which is the best move. I definitely should have got the bishop out before closing it off. That was my bad. I screwed that up. He pulls the bishop out, best move. I play the best move, which is pushing the pawn, trying to get him to take there so I can come here, the knight out, everything like that. He plays an inaccuracy, protecting that pawn a little bit more. They say it would have been better for him to go there, because if I take pawn there, boom. It is protected well, but he can maintain a pin on the queen, and it would just be kind of annoying for me. So I bring the knight out, which is a mistake. Now that I am seeing it, yeah, obviously pushing this pawn that way would have been better because it blocks in his bishop. He can't really go anywhere on this diagonal. Geez, my arrows on this diagonal, everything like that. So yeah, that would have been better, but I didn't play it. So he takes. Yeah, because at that point I can't even take anymore either. So I play the next best move, hoping he takes so I can bring the knight out, and I believe that is what happens. Yes, it is. He puts his knight on the edge of the board, which is most of the time never good. It says he should have made this little battery with the queen and the bishop, so he could have came there with the pin, all that fun stuff. I check him, hoping to win the knight if he doesn't go back, but he does, so everything like that is good. I finally take back that pawn because if he takes, I have the queen here, just protecting. He takes, I take. He castles, I castle too. Mine is a best move. His was only a good move. I don't know why, but it is what it is. He brings his rook out, trying to hit this pawn. It's protected, of course. I bring the bishop out, trying to connect the rooks, but it gives it an inaccuracy. I should have pushed. Uh, I, I don't know. It says I should have pushed, but then doesn't that just walk into takes, takes, and takes? Who knows? I'll never know. That's an inaccuracy. Yeah, I don't I don't see what he's trying to do. If he's trying to come get my queen, I mean, congrats. Then I just line it up, get stuff going over here. I don't think trying to kick my queen out is the best idea they could have they could have possibly had. Sorry, my words. I push a pawn. I don't know what I was trying to do here. I think I was just trying to go for some sort of attack, but that was just a pointless move. It says I should have done that again, which I don't understand. He comes, attacks my queen. Best move. Oh, so it says I should have stayed on this diagonal, but I was kind of eyeing something over there, but I don't really have anything that could happen with this knight. Jeez, with this knight here. He pushes that pawn, which I definitely don't understand. I don't know why he did it, but it is what it is. I finally do that move because this knight was out of the way. It really wanted me to like stack that piece, I guess. So wants to hit me with that fork. That's what the best move would have been, but he just goes backwards with his bishop to protect that knight, I'm guessing, again. Yeah. Or maybe he didn't want me to go there. That's why he was moving the bishop right away. So I do it anyways, attacking the knight, getting him out of there. So that's a miss. He could have just taken. But then I take. Then he takes. Then I take. I'm confused by what they want to happen. I guess they want some sacrifices to go open up the middle. Maybe because this line is weak on the king. I'm not sure. Not quite sure. But I hop my knight in, threatening this. He doesn't do nothing about it. So I take with check. He goes over. Let's see. Yeah, I think I have mate in 1 on here somewhere. Let's see. Wait. So it says I have mate in 1 after that move. Taking there. Duh. How do I miss that? Now it says I have mate in 6. He brings his knight over. Mate in 1. Again, same thing. Didn't happen. How do I miss that? It's not mate in 1. Oh, it is mate in 1. Oh, yeah. Queen there would have been mate in 1. I don't hit it. I take the free rook. Or, not free rook, but I take the rook. I'm just missing mate in 1 every single time. I don't know how I miss this. That's absolutely crazy. But it is what it is. I bring the rook over. I just keep hitting him with checks. Hit him there. And then I push the pawn. And he decided to resign because this pawn is just pretty powerful. I mean, he could have gone there. But I'm going to end up winning that knight in that case. Excuse me. And yeah, so that is the game that got me to 1100. Kind of crazy. I missed mate in 1 like 3 or 4 times, but it is what it is. I'll start seeing them. I need to think more because if you guys notice on the time clocks over here, he has 7:17. I have 7:39. So I am not taking a lot of time to think. I feel like if I take more time to think, I will be able to hit 1200 soon and I won't be missing those easy checkmates in 1 and everything like that. Usually I don't miss those, but I do a lot of the time. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I am officially 1100, gone up quite a bit just since starting this YouTube. I think it's getting me more into chess and into learning and getting better. So I appreciate you guys. If you like the content, go ahead, hit like and subscribe. And this is JM Chess. Peace out.